this at all?
Yeah, we're part of the Antares Alliance.
Okay.
Sure. Charlie Mike Precision. They're donating. Charlie can talk about what he's donating at the for the live auction. A couple of things.
Turn your mic on.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Yeah, you know you gotta get up on that thing.
Get in
Get
there.
up on
You can hold it if you want to.
You can hold it if you want to.
I do mine.
He has to.
I'll do mine this
I
way.
prefer the reverse grip.
He has to really bend.
Go south fast around here.
It's like a stranger when you do it that way. I like that. All right, lead heads. We're back bringing you more from the 2020 SHOT Show here in Las Vegas from the Leadquarters, sponsored by Buck Knives. Now we're going to talk about a very worthwhile organization, and brought in some heavy hitters for this one. Our good buddy Charlie Melton is joining us, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Charlie Mike Precision, longtime lead head. Still working on a world record shot.
Always.
We're going to talk about that later, though. And Charlie has brought in a couple of beautiful young ladies here, and we're going to talk about wheelchairs for warriors. We've got Heidi and Crystal joining us. Welcome in, ladies.
Howdy.
Howdy.
So Crystal is the executive director, and Heidi is the director of corporate development. And wheelchairs for warriors. I've heard about this. You guys are affiliated with the Alliance, Antares Alliance.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's talk about all the wonderful things that you guys are doing with this organization.
Well, we provide wheelchairs, custom designed wheelchairs for veterans and first responders who can't get what they need from the VA. I know that's shocking.
Right? Shocker.
Shocker. Yeah, Charlie, don't you get everything you need from the VA?
Always. Every time
Hashtag sarcasm.
Every time I go there, I get what I need.
Yeah.
I've never been to the VA.
For a reason.
For a reason, yeah. So we stand in the gap between what the VA is supposed to provide and what the veteran actually gets. So we're there. So no matter what the veteran,
You're there as a representative for the veteran, because I mean they go through enough
That's
anyway,
right.
And then I mean a lot of our listeners are veterans and they understand the process, but a lot of people don't understand all the runaround that our veterans get, through this so-called guaranteed, health care system.
Institutionalized care is really what it is.
Yeah.
In all of its glory.
Yeah.
Sometimes they wait so long that by the time they get what they need, they've either passed away
help.
or they're
Yeah.
beyond that particular need. So we show up within 60 days is the longest you have to wait with us. Typically, it's about 30 days from the time we send our seating specialists to the veteran anywhere in the United States that the veteran is. We send our seating specialists there. They take specific measurements. He looks around at where he lives, what kind of lifestyle he has. Does he like to hunt, shoot, fish? What does he like to do? What kind of chair would best enhance his lifestyle? And we give him a wheelchair. It's no cost, no muss, no fuss. We're in, we're out. We got it.
And we're able to exceed the standards that are set by the VA too. Our seating specialist is not bound by the restrictions of the VA. So sometimes we get veterans that have preferences or needs that extend beyond what the VA will allow and will issue to them. And so we can meet those with, like she said, no muss, no fuss. And remember, by the time they get to us, they've already been passed over. They've already been left behind. And the warrior ethos is we don't leave anyone behind. And they may not have been when they were injured, but they sure as hell are when they get back home and are subjected to institutionalized care. These are the guys that have slipped through the cracks.
Right.
So by the time they come to
He's giving you a ride on. He's giving you a ride on. Like,
we get,
give them hell, sister.
Yeah.
Charlie's dropping candy back there.
Yeah. We get the ones that are very deep into their need. And it's not just the veteran that is affected by the restriction to a wheelchair. It's his spouse, it's their caregiver, it's their children. Once you take these alpha males and you put them into a chair for the rest of their lives, their entire family dynamic is
yeah.
affected.
Yeah.
And so what happens is these guys get isolated, and so do their spouses and their children. And sometimes they'll split forces. The caregiver, the spouse, will take off with the children. She'll start getting all the errands done. She'll start going to the meetings. She'll start going to the school events. And then you have a veteran that is isolated more and more, a man of action who's used to,
Right.
taking care of himself, taking care of his loved ones, and now he's reliant upon the care of other people. He's sitting at home, and that's how we add to that 22.
Yep. And one of the really interesting things that we have discovered along this journey is the guys who want to continue the skills that they've honed in the military, and one of them is shooting. And so we have a veteran, Jason Tabansky, and he's a shooter, and he's on the Paralympics team. But the VA wouldn't give him a sports chair. So, with the combined efforts of our board and raising money and fundraisers on Facebook and all the different ways you can raise money, we got this guy a sports chair, and it has some dump in it, right? So we didn't even know what dump was in a
dump?
chair.
I don't know what that is
is. And so it just tilts
My
their
definition
back
of dump
end.
is different.
Well, it is. I know we were
It's
like,
the same thing. You dump your butt down.
Right?
Yeah, you just dump your butt down, and it gives them
An angle.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit, Charlie. Like, what does that do for them? Does it give them just more stability, like if they were standing, or what does that do?
It's kind of like getting a lower center of gravity. So yeah,
Get in there, darling.
Get in there, baby.
Yeah, it's like having a lower center of gravity.
He's
so
afraid
yeah,
of
like
big
when you
black
sit
things.
down and squat, you're a lot more stable than you are if you're trying to stand erect.
Okay, all right. So we built a wheelchair for Jason Tabansky, and he's traveling around the nation in a Wheelchairs for Warriors
Very cool.
T-shirt and wheelchair provided by everybody
And
who's
he
donated
competes.
$1, and he competes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now,
Yeah.
are you using VA funds for this as well? Well, you said you're an advocate and you work with them for the. So you're not.
We're an
VA is
advocate
like
for the
out of
veteran.
it whatsoever, right?
Yes,
so
the VA has nothing to do.
No,
That made me hot. I got to take off my jacket.
No, other than the fact that they've tried to recruit our seating specialist and wheelchair engineer away from us.
Yeah, he's that good.
Yeah.
So no, we.
Other than that, no, we don't have any
completely-
involvement with the VA.
Okay, good.
we are a standalone organization.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if you were helping them use their benefits and then you were adding to it.
No.
So,
No,
Okay. So
they're barely getting by
strictly
using
self-sufficient, not reliant on any of the government.
100%.
100%.
Right.
Perfect. I want to
It's
make sure
all
that
private donations.
and foundations.
And your website is wheelchairsforwarriors.com.
That's right.
And talk about how our listeners can get involved and help you guys out on your mission here.
Well, first and foremost, if they can help us spread the word, we're always looking to increase our exposure, and exposure is everything. And thank you for having us on today, because this is going to help a great deal.
Oh,
so
my pleasure. Yeah,
wheelchairsforwarriors.com. We can take donations. We can take applications for chairs. We can take applications from people who want to apply. They see a need. They know that there's a need out there, and they can apply on behalf of someone else, and then we'll go through the vetting process.
Nice.
The only criteria we have is that they have been injured in the line of duty, that their injuries are service related.
Okay.
Not necessarily combat, but service related.
Sure.
Yep.
That
And
makes
if,
sense.
and if you want to, write a check, stocks, bonds, real estate, we're not,
Firstborn.
yeah, firstborn child. If they're successful, we'll take whatever you got.
Well, don't you guys have an event coming up next month?
We
Yes,
do.
thank you,
So come up in
Charlie.
Thank you for
February.
mentioning
I
that.
was going to say, yeah.
Love a Veteran. We're changing February to Love a Veteran month.
February
and
the
so-
10th.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So-
happy Valentine's Day to them.
Yeah.
So-
Monday, 5:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m. Talk about this this awesome event you got going
So
on.
Charlie, you want to talk about a couple of the live auction items you're donating?
Well,
He's our superstar.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Charlie Mike Precision. We're going to donate a long-range course, which is about a day-long course for a couple people, and we're also going to put a gun together to auction off at the event to raise money for this awesome organization.
That is just so cool.
So you-
When Charlie says that real calm, gonna put a gun together. This is Charlie freaking Melton is gonna just like throw a gun together.
And he talks about, he's like, for most people it'll take a day. That's a day being trained by a SEAL sniper instructor who is trained the likes.
The best of the
Who
best.
Best
has
of the
trained the
best.
likes of Chris Kyle, Marcus Luttrell, all those guys who are almost
Me?
as good
This
as
is
Charlie.
the Mac Daddy right here.
Yeah.
He's trained lefty.
You know,
I mean, come on.
and righty.
And Roddy.
So it's kind of a big deal, and he's also on our board. So we're really, really proud to have him. Thank you for
Yes, ma'am.
supporting our mission.
You guys do great
So
stuff.
hashtag join the mission. You guys can check us out online. You can check us out on any of the social media. You can actually attend our event in the Houston area. We'd love to have you.
You
We
can
need
throw an
boots on the
event
ground.
in your area.
So
we'll
an
come
event
to
in your
you.
area.
It's at the
We'll come to you.
Republic Country Club.
Formerly known as the Redneck Country Club.
And that's
in
the West Airport Boulevard, Stanford, Texas.
Stafford.
Stafford, sorry.
He doesn't have his cheaters on.
And the phone number is 281-809-4867
For the Republic Country Club.
for the country club.
You want to call me,
Okay,
936-777-4548.
there you go.
And I'd heard that Buck Knives wanted to donate something for the silent auction maybe.
Okay, awesome.
We did, yeah.
Very cool.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably would. We'll hit up CJ here in a minute.
All right. Perfect. I like it.
So wheelchairsforwarriors.com, and then is this the number that you just gave?
It is.
Okay,
Yep.
so
And
they're
we're
not-
on Instagram, Snapchat, WeChat, UChat, LinkedIn, linked out.
I chat, you chat. Is that real? Is that a real thing? Oh my gosh. Okay. I was like, I'm missing out on even more. Holy crap. No. But yeah, definitely Leadheads. Get involved. Worthwhile organization here. And this is this. You have to be here for this event, or is this something online they can
It is.
try to win the stuff from?
No, and
No.
unfortunately, it is a live auction. Charlie already mentioned his absolutely fabulous day out there learning long-range shooting.
Long-range
But
precision,
we
yeah.
also have really fun things like flamethrowers.
So I'm gonna
and
read it off right here,
guns
so-
and-
15.
This is going to entice some people to get their asses out. Hop on a
Houston.
plane, go to this
Who
event.
doesn't need a flamethrower?
An AR-15, a flamethrower, a beach getaway for two, a Make America Great Again hat signed by
the
president.
Donald.
the Don
Donald.
himself.
Yes.
That's cool. The long-range shooting course by Charlie Melton. Charlie My Precision and Rockets versus Bulls. What is that?
The Insperity Suite. It is a
Insperity
swank suite with right to the front door parking.
Yeah, we got some promises.
Disco ball.
We've got some pledges for
A disco ball.
a suite at the for Dallas
Cowboys.
Yeah.
The Texans are the big deal down in the Houston area, but and possibly some really fun stuff, hog hunts, things like that
And
are
there's
coming
gonna
up
be
that
food.
we're hoping to nail
There's
down.
going to be some
this week.
drinks,
Yep.
so you can mix and mingle.
Might be a little whiskey.
Might be.
Might be some hand-rolled
I
cigars.
mean, it is in Texas, so you never know what you're going to get. So February the 10th, Leadheads, if you can make it out there, do it. If not, go to the website, call that number, and donate.
And please spread the word. Spread the love.
Spread a little love.
Spread the love. Love
All
a
right.
vet this month.
Ladies, thank you so much for taking time to join us.
Thank you for
Oh,
having
thank
us.
you.
Yeah, and we're going to do a little live thing for you guys, too, here coming up. So,
Okay.
we're going to be back with more. We're going to get Charlie on. We got Brad Stare in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Star.
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 Stare.
He's a star.
It's
He's
spelled
staring.
stare.
Well, he's staring at you.
I know.
So I
He
know
stares
you
at
were
me.
blushing a little
I
bit.
do it every
Yeah.
time. I do it every
Blush a
time.
little bit.
Every time. Our good buddy Brad, and we're gonna be talking long range. So stay tuned. Coming up, more 2020 SHOT Show here at the Buck Knives booth. Talking lead. Check.
We have to have headphones on.
Makes it
Makes it
drowns
eat.
out that background
Can,
noise.
can I eat? I haven't had lunch.
You have
so
whatever
can
you
I
want.
eat all the candy here?
Yeah,
Because I haven't eaten lunch yet.
I've been chewing on it.
Oh, you're good.
Take
bro.
it.
No.
Take it.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not gonna eat
He's
it.
like, all right.
I'll fuck yeah. Don't ask me.
Eat that shit.
Ranger's hunger, and Ranger's hunger, Ranger eats. Doesn't matter how old I get. I'm so.
Exactly.
Checkity check. Is everybody's mic on?
Check 1, 2.
Check.
There you go. We take care of our guests.
That's a hell of a ham sandwich.
Hell yeah.
What is? What
Yes,
is
sir.
that?
Turkey.
Does anybody else need anything? Drinks, food, anything?
Tell me when I need to stop eating.
You eat.
Actually, ask me a question every time I
Asked
take
you
a bite.
right when you're going down. So Chris, tell me about. All right, guys, we are back at the 2020 SHOT Show, bringing it to you from the Leadquarters here at Buck Knives, booth 14504. Having a great time. Got our good buddies joining us now. We're gonna have fun. This is gonna be a good interview, good conversation here. Don't know where it's gonna go, but I do know we got some new products that we're gonna be talking about that Charlie Melton's bringing to the table. Charlie Mike Precision's got a new sling we're gonna talk about. We got Kris Tanto Paronto in the house,
Yep, right here.
feeding his face right now.
Right there, eating Kit Kats and turkey sandwiches.
Kit Kats and turkey sandwiches go together. And we got the big brains on Brad Starr, ladies and gentlemen, joining us. So he's going to help interpret all this and bring it together. He's the glue.
This is the glue. Here,
He is the glue. So, Kris,
right when I'm eating. I knew you'd do it.
I know it. It's been a minute since you and I've wrapped.
Yeah, a little while, man.
It's been a minute. You've got a lot going on. You got the training company,
Battle Line Training,
Battle Line.
which is great. Again, it's taken a life of its own. It doesn't need to be trained with Tanto anymore. It's because we get good instructors that are with us, and we had to do a lot of just good stuff. We're bringing new people into the gun community because of the way we train. We laugh. You see how I am. That's how I am when I'm with the people.
Yeah.
There's no egos, and that's what I think keeps a lot of new people out of the gun community is they're afraid of that. They're going to get that basic, the basic gun guy anger beating on his chest.
Judgmental
I
kind
can shoot there.
Drill sergeant.
There you go. Which you don't. And there are some of those out there. You need to fix yourself, y'all. If you're one of those that I'm talking about, you know who you are. But you also find we're just normal guys, and we laugh, and it really. It brings the base, and right now with the
got to bring the energy,
you got to have. We need as many people as possible,
especially what's going on there in Virginia.
Oh, ridiculous!
Brothers and sisters in Virginia.
Ridiculous.
That was awesome.
Craziness.
Yeah.
It is. Has anybody heard how the big rally went? I haven't heard any updates on that. I know there was a big turnout. I've seen pictures and stuff on social media.
Didn't they shut down all the parking garages or something around there?
No,
I think
it went perfect.
they were doing
Absolutely
everything
perfect.
they could.
No arrests whatsoever, no nothing.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
good.
it was perfect. Couldn't
No-
have been any better.
No violence.
None.
Really
Perfect, peaceful 2A.
Shocker! The gun community actually doesn't go out there and just shoot up people.
Cause violence.
Stop traffic, jump up and down on cars, break windshields, riot.
Wow, but we need to take guns away from everybody. That
They even
makes a lot
picked
of
up their
sense.
'Cause
trash
yeah.
afterwards. They did.
Did they really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow. Anyway, I pulled this off subject.
No, that's good.
You're supposed to
Listen.
keep me on point, dude. You're-
We chase rabbits on this show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's the hole.
So Charlie's got a new product that we're going to talk to you lead heads about, exclusive here on the Talking Lead podcast. A sling,
Yes, sir. It's going to be the Charlie Mack Precision G Sling.
the G Sling. I love it.
The G stands for good for everything. But yeah, it's a long range, double point and single point. Does it all.
He does it. So give us a little more detail. Let's visualize this for our listeners.
Yep, I did a video on it yesterday. It should be coming out live for a pre-order here in a couple of weeks. But yeah, it's basically a two-part sling. It has like a Y that hooks to your bipod and a friction strap, or you can lock it into your belt or around your leg when you're either in the prone, bench, or any of those positions.
There you go.
And then you can take it and turn it into a double point sling if you prefer carrying it double sling or slinging in for standing shots or seated. And then you can also configure it into a single point lift for like close quarters combat type stuff.
Yeah, and you and I were talking the other day about, that's probably my weakest point as far as my kit goes, is our slings. I just, for some reason, I resist putting a sling on my rifle.
And
And Kris is looking at me like, what?
What is that? That's crazy talk, man.
And there's so many different ones out there. It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, there for a while when I was serving, I just get a piece of tubular and have about 6 inches hooked into the back of my gun.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I'm just looking for, something quick, that I have to put on there just to hold it. But I mean, that's a crucial part of your kit is the sling and the importance of the sling, So not to be, one of those that you want to spend a little extra on your sling is what I'm saying,
It's still inexpensive, really, sling in comparison to the rest of the gifts.
Yeah,
It's
that's
inexpensive.
that's probably the cheapest thing on your gun.
Right? Yeah.
It is one of the most important.
We got animals in the house. It's Senior Team Leader Garcia and Moog.
Look at you.
Wait to get on the show with these guys after these guys.
You never know who's going to show up.
Man, he has a better stylist than I do.
I'm telling you,
Look
man.
At that, look at that. Look at that.
That's a pretty smooth haircut.
It is a pretty smooth haircut.
I was interpreter.
Very cool. We'll talk, okay? Don't go away. So the sling. Let's get back to the slings.
Max sling.
How important that is. Talk about the uses of the sling.
You ask me or Charlie?
Both of you. Who chime in?
I like the single points. When I was at battalion, the slings we got, and now back in the day, they were for shit.
Yeah.
And so, get 550 cord, or I get a fast tech and just get a fast tech and tie it off to my body armor, and then you can put the other side of the female side of the fast tech on the weapon, so you can just snap in, and then you could snap out.
Right.
But nowadays, like I said, he's got the single point and the 2 point, and if you I'm sure you got a probably quick release on it too.
Yep.
You can disengage if you need to. Being able to manipulate the weapon, whatever carry, and a single point. I prefer single point, but I think it's whatever his preference is, as long as you got something.
Yeah.
Being able to pull it in tight to you, you're able to move quicker, and you're able to move
transitions and all that. Yeah.
and you don't have to worry. You're gonna. You can do any slings in the world if you want. You're still gonna bang yourself. It's just, hey, man, you get that thing out of the way, you're gonna hit yourself. That's just regard. You can't get around that.
No, it's gonna happen.
But when you run and it's not bouncing and hitting you in the chin like it used to when we had to jerry rig our own stuff.
Right.
It's different, and it does make you more effective. It does, and it also allows you that chance to take that little break, but still have that thing in a position that if you need to re-engage. And I'm talking from a close quarter concept. I'm not a sniper. I think I'm the one guy probably at the SHOT Show that is not a sniper here, because everybody's a sniper at some point. I know Charlie is. Charlie actually is, but you know what I'm talking. But I can't speak on that point because I never did that, and that's where Charlie's expertise comes in, and he's got the background, he's got the pedigree, he's been down there, he knows what it took and didn't. But I can tell he jerry-rigged his own stuff, so it's built the specs there, and so the sling is the most important to me, the most important accessory on there, because man, if you don't have a sling right, it's uncomfortable and it's uncomfortable.
Right.
And then that,
and unstable.
Yep. And when your shoulders start screaming, I don't care how big of a badass you are.
It's
when
over.
your shoulders start screaming,
Yeah.
man, it just goes downhill from there.
Right. So you put a lot of your years of experience and knowledge into this sling, and obviously a lot of thought because of the versatility.
Yep.
You know, so you're not just thinking from a sniper's point of view. You know,
I
you're
always
looking at it at all angles.
Yeah, my kit, or whenever we deployed, I always had 10 or 12 slings, and you're always trying to find the one that fits the mission you're going on or whatever. So I kind of came up with something that works.
So it's kind of a one size fits all kind of thing.
You can use
concept.
it long range, CQC, single point, or double point, however you want to use it.
And then we were bouncing some ideas on, you know, if you're not going to have it on your gun, other things that you could do with it. But
Yes, it's got some other uses.
Yeah.
Like you could set up a final firing position and hang your gun from the ceiling.
Actually, Mrs. Tonto's coming in tonight. Can I have one of those? I might use it.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey,
nice little swing rig.
hey,
yeah, man,
Whatever. I got to keep that mojo going somehow. I'm almost
Yeah,
50.
with
Keep it interesting.
the G sling, your imagination's only limited to some ability.
When you say G sling, I start hearing porno music, man. When you say the G sling, yeah, G sling.
Yeah, I'm inventing a shooting bag too. It's gonna be the cuddler.
That's awesome. Oh man. No, I want to go R-rated. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it clean.
Oh, do it.
I'm keeping it clean.
We do that on this show.
The moment's passed.
It's
all
okay.
about timing.
So, Charlie, we're talking about some long-range courses, you know, trying to get you into Nashville and teach some of our peeps down that way. Chris, same thing with you.
Yeah.
Get battle line down there. Now, you're kind of there anyway.
We have a range
set up in Dixon.
In Dixon, at tread-proof training, and Doc Maurer. Doc Maurer is the foremost expert. He actually speaks at the NRA convention about ballistics. And he actually teaches, and I make him do it, even though I've seen it 8 million times. He does a ballistics class. It's amazing, and it is. The bullets do different things, and somebody that knows that, to me, does it knock the person down? But when you really learn about the velocity, you learn about the size, and you really get into it, it's very interesting.
Tumbling and all that, yeah.
It's
Environmental
amazing.
effects,
It is. So
it's a lot of stuff.
And he has a beautiful setup, and it's his place, so he has control. So we don't have to go by a lot of rules, because Doc just wants to shoot. He's used to, and his sons used to go to Blackwater when Eric ran Blackwater, and so basically they're trying to model just their own little mini Blackwater, which is good.
America.
It is, and that's America, and it's right outside west, 30 minutes west of Nashville, and that's when you get out. I mean, it's country, trees, and it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful out of Dixon.
Beautiful country.
No doubt about it. So when we saw each other last, Charlie, I guess was it Utah?
I think it was Utah. Yep.
It was out in Utah, and we had some equipment malfunctions. You were going for. Was it 7,000 or 7,500?
We're going for 68.
68. But you were flying that.
Oh yeah, it was definitely going farther.
But we had was it the Prism?
Yeah,
cracked on us?
This was a little mostly operator error. We forgot to put the bolts in it, so it ended up cracking it.
Oh,
And
okay.
Then we sent it back. The glue didn't dry the second time when it came back, so had
Forgot
issues
about
again.
it being in the belly of a plane, being a little bit
That's
too
what.
cold.
Yeah, the old
Little bit
saying.
too cold.
Yep,
Yeah.
the old saying: 2 is 1, 1 is none.
Yeah.
That's true.
We had
So,
none.
where are we picking up on this? I know you haven't given up. Did you get
no.
everything fixed? Everything back?
Yeah, we got
Working?
everything fixed. We're just kind of just letting everything settle out right now and see what the final number is.
Okay.
And we'll definitely this year sometime we'll be.
Has there been anybody else to make any attempts that we've heard of?
Yeah,
Successful?
Paul Phillips hit
71.
71.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, there's guys are out there doing it.
I mean, we got to get out there.
Yeah,
we got to
exactly.
do it.
We're
Well, I
working on
think
it.
we started the extreme crazy trend.
Is that what it was?
And I think everybody's doing it now. So.
Now, what were they using? Do you know? You know what he was
I think
shooting?
he was
416 Barrett, like a 40-inch barrel. Where what we're doing is trying to have an average sniper rifle and do it that way. Something the guys can use and go. And that's all we've been doing.
Yeah.
But we are coming out with something that can do what it needs to do.
Is this what you're getting ready to show me right here? So,
Look at that.
tell me this ain't extreme.
That is.
That's the
It's just right.
It's just
Dude,
right.
that is pretty.
Now, this has
That
got to be a
is really-
Tejas, right?
It's already a Tejas. It's
Okay.
a 50 BMG Tejas, neck down to 45. We got a 550 grain bullet. We're at 34. We want to try to get 3,500. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Now, Brad, can you build? Can you? That has to be on the 50 action, or can you build?
It has to be on a
small?
50
You
action.
can't do it on 30 action.
So is that what we're going to attempt next?
That's
Might be a good possibility.
Or are you going to stick with the,
there's
what was the one you were doing? The
408 Tejas.
408 Tejas?
right.
We'll probably try both to see what they do. But that 408 was making it out to 7.
wow, bro.
Still
That's
stable.
amazing.
No, yeah. I mean, you were flying it on some of those.
Oh.
So I know that 50, we shot the 50. It was just the regular round. We didn't shoot the Tejas.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
This
And they
50,
were just
45.
dropping. You remember?
They just fell out of the sky.
Yeah, they were just falling out of the sky.
Well,
it was,
well,
They
it
just
was
need a little more
hilarious.
ass.
Yeah, last time we were out there, which one were you shooting? The 408, 338? Or-
338, 408.
Yeah.
We had it to 2 miles.
That was a good one, too.
You got 2 mile?
Oh, yeah. But we also had the 22 Tejas at 2 miles.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes,
Check
sir.
that out,
That
Chris.
is
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's a bad round right there.
That is.
Comes out
That just,
smoking.
that just looks like it just wants to cut you. It doesn't even look like it wants to shoot. It just looks like it wants to get a switchblade out there and just
Turn
slice
you
you.
into mist.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
We call it our par 1. Excuse us while we play through.
Oh, it definitely. That'll prairie dog hunting to a new level right there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
look.
consistently hitting that target with that thing, too,
Oh, yeah.
at 2 miles.
Uh,
A 22 going 2 miles. I mean, that's
Yeah.
That's just I don't know how does the wind? How do you get it?
It
Just
cuts the wind
environmental
better
factor.
than
there.
it cuts the wind better than
That's
the big
what we
ones.
did that 800-pound tannerite, or
Yes.
tannerite shot with at 800 yards.
Wow.
And I think we had, like 5 minutes?
4.
4 minutes of the 800 yards,
That's
Oh, wow.
unbelievable. That's
which is
unbelievable.
unheard of for
Yeah, it
22.
is for 22.
yeah. So we need to get Chris to come out
Do it.
Yeah.
one of these shoots.
Well,
Yeah.
and it just
Me too.
I'll bring out the maximum. I'll bring out the maximum defense style. I'll bring out the PD. You do the long range stuff. I'll bring out the PDXs and I'll bring out the little MDX 10, 8.5.
We get the
barrels,
targets running.
and we'll get them running. So we get
Yeah.
we
Get the
best of
warm-ups
both
going
worlds.
there.
We should do like a 2-day joint course where you can come down and do pistol. And
Do the long
That
range,
would be
and then we
cool.
bring out the shorties out. And
Then we eat some good food.
yeah.
Shoot some
Oh
pigs.
my
So-
gosh, dang! We should and do that. We'll start there. Here we'll do a stress fire. We won't have to run it. We'll make everybody else run it. We'll do them at the 2 miles, and then we'll set up at the 7-yard line the little PDXs, and they got to shoot from the 2 miles, and then run that 2 miles to the 7. We wouldn't do that.
We're going to do like a Spartan race out of this thing, right?
carrying your Barrett with you all the way down there,
Yeah.
and then you just put.
The biggest guy.
That's
That's
hilarious.
my 50 Tejas pistol round. We do those too.
That's all. I'd like just to shoot
So,
that.
so
too.
Brad's bringing out the big guns here.
Okay, just let me do it once.
Oh, you
just
do
one
it.
time.
You're not gonna like it.
I'll bring
I
my
don't
wrist,
like it.
I'll bring my wrist braces, man. Holy cow, that would, Charles. That would be a damn good. That's a damn good idea.
Right.
The ideas that come.
I'm
No,
telling you,
bring it on.
collaborations
Where
happen
the
here
where the magic
on the
happens.
Talking Lead podcast.
Yes.
That's right. Magic happens, definitely. But you mentioned Maximum
Oh, yeah.
Defense, so you're repping them.
I've been with Maxim since Mike started. When he just had that butt stock, that was it, and it was always my. And you always can tell a company that has integrity, and I've always been with companies, stayed with companies that had integrity, and
Right.
hearts behind it. Mike started with that, but he always wanted to go to the next level, but he's wanted to stay in the short game. We don't want to get into the long range stuff. It's not our interest. So Mike's come out with now we have the PDX, which won the Best Award for SHOT Show.
Best product,
year.
yeah.
Best product.
What was that, the
Most
PDX?
innovative?
The PDX?
The PDX, that's it. The MDXs are the new ones, which have the longer barrels, because
Right.
some guys don't want the 5.5-inch barrels. But then the butt stocks have come to different levels too. Now we have butt stocks that, because guys are like, yeah, I still want to put a butt stock on my AR, but I don't like that little shorty because I'm not getting a good cheek to stock weld. So now we can come out with the Gen 7 CQC that now
Listening
has
to the
CQB.
consumer. Yeah.
Yep. Now that has and also the CCS now that has that capability where you can extend out and get that good cheek to stock weld. Now we've gone into ARs as well, and we partnered with Fort Scott Munitions.
I was going to say, and you're in the ammo business now.
I got lucky with Fort Scott too. I don't know how I fall in. Man, a pig falls in shit all the time, man. That's me. I'm and not that they're shit. I'm just
Smell like roses.
Man. But I fell into Fort Scott Munitions when they first started, and that tumble upon impact round. Man, it was always what's the grain edge? I said, does it go through that card if I shoot it? That's what I want to know. Yeah, it does. Give me that thing. Whap, and let the engineers figure it out. But that tumble upon impact, and then just for your hunters out there, if you haven't tried Fort Scott Munitions. That 28
great hunting round.
That Creedmoor. Oh my goodness.
The 6.5 Creedmoor?
It's awesome. And they make what I love about it too is it's a family run business. Craft out of Fort Scott, Kansas. Who knows that?
Now, did they do precision?
They do
match grade rounds?
They do match grade rounds too. In fact, it was initially boutique. You want to call it boutique ammo.
Yeah.
It was expensive, and luckily for me, I get it. They give it to me to run the courses. But I also told Ron, I said, Ryan, we got to get to the market. And he knew that the market. So now we do have lower grainage for guys that just want to go out the range and shoot. I'm not going to buy a
planking ammo.
Exactly. You just don't want to. You want to go spend. We got, I think I want to say 190 grain on our 300 blackout.
I think that's right. Yeah, I was shooting it yesterday.
On a blackout?
Yeah, blackout. And I'm like, dude, but you don't want to go burn that at the range.
No.
Yeah, we come back and they got 115 grain and things. So. And then Mike partnered with them because we wanted an ammo that was not. It's not built specifically for the Maxim guns, but it was based off Maxim and what would perform best in the Maxim guns. So when they go present, because they're still bid on contracts, we would give it to the guys. And you want guys, teams. You want the team guys. You want the TF Red Rangers.
Yeah. You want to give your product the best possibility of success.
And that's where they teamed up together. And to me, they are. And CJ Dugan over there from the unit, he's part of Maxim Defense too. So Mike wasn't too proud to say, hey, you know what? I'm a business guy, but we need guys in here that
surround
have
himself with the experts. Yeah,
and he just blew up, and like I said, I just fell into it, and here I am going, yeah, all right. I'm just looking pretty every once in a while, and I got to
go run my 20 miles. I'll be back.
I'll be back, guys. Just give me a PDX every once in a while.
Have my ammo waiting.
I'll be happy with my. But they do Fort Scott Munitions and Maxim Defense, and started with them at the ground level. And again, the family environments, the integrity. That's what keeps me with those groups, and it shows in their products, man. And Ryan Kraft, never been to college, high school. He is brilliant, dude. And he's never been in the service, and he never law enforcement, nothing that. And he designed the ammo. I just sit on a computer, design the ammo, and there he is. And hopefully I'll introduce you to him. Hopefully you get to meet him. I know he's.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, we love getting eggheads on the show.
He is, man, right? And
like Brad.
Big brain on Brad.
Look at the big brain on Brad.
Yeah, I appreciate you asking that because Fort Scott people need to get out there and try their stuff. And it doesn't make me a dime, guys. I'm not saying that. I just think because they're good product and they put their heart and soul.
Well, and again, with Maxim, they found something that runs good in their platforms, their rifles. So why not? Why not put their name on it?
Exactly.
So people know it's like, hey, if our name's on it, it's going to run through our guns good. So perfect match.
And the box looks pretty too.
It does.
That blue
it's got that blue.
Man, that thing pops, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's all about marketing. That packaging. The packaging gets your attention.
I mean, if they put you on there with your sunglasses.
Dude, my sunglasses.
Are you still doing that sunglass thing?
I don't know what.
I see your commercials all the time.
Everybody asks me, do you like this? Every training, that's what I'm wearing. And that's how, those are my.
What are those called again?
HD Vision.
HD Vision, that's what it is, baby.
That was the infomercial sunglasses?
It was the funnest thing ever did in the world. I did, do you want to do it? Like, hell, well, you can get made fun of. I don't give a shit. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Dude, I've seen it. I've seen it at least 4 times since I headed out here.
It's still running?
At the airport, I saw it running. Yes.
I
was like, that's Kris.
But that was also smart to me because I I wouldn't have done it, but they do copper. They're the copper fit. Idea Village. All those infomercials.
Yeah.
Copper fit, the shavers, the sunglasses. I'm like, well, yeah, of course.
Did
I'll
they do
it.
the Ginsu knives?
They did the Ginsu knives.
Knives,
Too. They
yeah.
did the knives too.
So you know the guy who you remember that commercial?
The Rotos.
Yes.
You know the guy that the voice
Yeah.
of the Ginsu. In Japan, the hand can be used like a
that's your
knife.
Whoa, that's
No.
you. That's you.
I had him on the podcast. Bill Silver. He
Oh.
works for EAA now.
Oh my God.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, so he'll probably be by. He's going to be on.
Does he
But
do the voice, or is he actually doing? Or is
No.
he just like a marketing guy?
he's like their marketing guy, but I had him do the voice. I had to. I was like,
got
dude,
to.
you got to do the Ginsu commercial.
That's awesome.
and without missing a beat, man, he
Yeah.
did it. And
Probably did it a couple thousand times.
I know,
Takes-
it's like, dude, I know he's rolling his eyes going, that son of a bitch. Man, I'll do this again. I've already done it 8 times a day.
no, he loved it. He loves it. But it was uncanny because we were at the airport and I saw Justin. I was like, "There's Kris."
That's my range, and those are the range glasses. You see me on the range with the picture
Yeah.
back. Those are they're the best range glasses.
This was
we've
at the
ever had.
Nashville airport on one of the
can't believe that.
do they
TVs.
still make them?
Yeah, they
Still buy
they
them?
still make them. I mean, dude, they're $20. They are. They're Walmart. I actually had a picture of me in Walmart holding those things. They're Walmart specials. I'm competing against who's that Air Force pilot that does the infomercials. He does.
Oh,
them,
yeah, I know who you're talking
He
about.
doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. But
He don't know
I have a
nothing.
competition. But yeah, they're still out there, and no, I love them, man. They get banged around. I've been shot in the face with UTM's airsofts. Not real bullet, of course. That's but.
Yeah, it's not gonna stop a real bullet.
No, but they never scratch, and I've lost them a few times, and I get a few free every once in a while.
I was gonna say you probably got a lifetime supply. You know,
If I, but I give them out. I give them out to people at the ranges that try.
Share
to
the
see.
love.
And they're better than my Oakleys, man. And again, if I scratch them or break them, which I never have yet,
$20.
$20.
Yeah.
Where if I used to break my Oakleys or my Gators or
Oh, you were sick to death.
Son of a.
Yeah.
And they do work better than my Oakleys.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sorry,
with an hour,
they do.
and with an hour of buying them, you definitely got to scratch.
Yeah,
them. You're
exactly.
like, damn
yeah.
it.
Damn it.
Right in the middle.
And it's right in the middle, yeah, where you need to see them. Yeah, that's fun. And the funny thing about the commercial too is they just said, "Can you ham this up?" I'm like,
Ham it up.
Like, here, hold my
Who
beer.
are you
Are
talking
you kidding
to?
me?
Hold my
Hold my
beer.
beer. I got this. And we did it. Filmed it right outside Vegas here. That was the commercial was done at one of the state parks, just right outside
Just up the road,
of town.
huh?
And it was beautiful. And
Very
they
cool.
treated me, and it was a good experience. I always tell guys, get
How
over-
long ago
get
did
over
you
your
do that?
ego. 3 years ago.
Okay, it's been about 3
And
years ago.
if you guys can get over their ego, you can experience it. It was a cool experience. I mean, who gets to do that every once in a while? And it's still playing. I can't.
It's still playing, and it's still playing. Yeah,
Yep.
I was surprised to see it too, but
I would.
I just looked up and there you were with your big glasses on. I got to talk to him about the glasses.
They're good, bro. They were, and I love it, and I don't mind it. I don't mind people.
Well, that's good. And you are. It's like, just like you said, you got to have a good humor about it, you know.
And I have copper fit commercials too, but they're on YouTube.
Do you do the drawers? You wearing the drawers?
Actually, I don't. I actually have some of the drawers, but all
Copper
the
fit
elbow
drawers.
copper. I got copper fit everything, but I don't look good.
Are you
as
talking about the
Brett.
bands?
I got I have the bands, the socks. I did the commercials for the bands and the knee things, but it's all on YouTube because I don't look as good as Brett Favre.
You needing some of those, Charlie?
I'll get
I might
You
you.
need some copper fit?
Brother,
Copper fit.
I'll send you some stuff, dude. I'll send you stuff, man.
I'll try anything once.
Dude, hey, as long as I'm getting banged up too, I got to wear the elbow and all the time.
Hey, I mean, we're all getting a little bit older, you
Hey,
know.
if it helps get rid of some
I think I could
pain,
use one for my
I'm all
shoulder.
about it.
It doesn't help the prostate though, bro. I don't
Oh,
know
shit.
about that.
Isn't that what the
I
thumb's
ain't got no
for?
pain there yet. Yeah. Just got to find a good woman. to take
That's
care
right.
of
That'll
prostate.
massage that thing right.
It's not afraid to stick her thumb somewhere, right?
That's right. And we go to. That's what we call it. The G sling.
G-sling.
The G sling.
G sling. Don't.
Back to the G sling.
Good for everything.
You were set up at the Antieres range, Charlie. Had
Yes, sir.
had your rifles up there. Talk about the latest and greatest going on with Charlie Mike Precision on your rifles.
Yeah, so we do custom rifles, so it's like Build-A-Bear, but build a gun. So you basically do a build sheet. Obviously, we recommend the different components that we have tried and true, but you can pick out whatever components you want, and then we put the gun together and blueprint it and accurize it, and I shoot every gun that goes out the door and make sure they shoot good. We try
Yep.
to keep everything a quarter minute or less.
What's the hottest round going right now? What do people really want?
Well, 6.5 Creedmoor is a huge one. And then,
Still that one, huh?
it's still a big one. But my favorite's always been the 300 Win Mag. It's one of my favorites, and then the 300 Tejas is even better.
I shot a 6 the
6
other day.
millimeter?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's all
first time I
kinds.
ever shot a 6.
But they're coming out with a bunch of new rounds.
I think it was
this year,
smoking too.
Yeah, like a 277, I think. Hornet.
I heard something about a 277 coming out.
High
yeah.
pressure.
And then the hammer. Yeah, they're putting
hammer,
they're
yeah.
putting that metal on the bottom of the brass so you can get more pressure in it. Wow. It looks pretty interesting.
Yeah. So that was it the 244 Valkyrie, is that what it was?
224.
The 22, yeah, the 22. That didn't last long, did it? Does
No,
that
that
kind of
was-
died out already?
It's
Well, yeah,
still
remember
going, but it's okay.
last year was a talk show, the new round, better than everything.
I've not heard anything else about
Yeah,
it.
it kinda,
Because of the cost, or was it just not
I
performing?
don't think it caught.
No,
No, it
performed.
performs. I think it was a little bit bigger than 5.56, but a lot better ballistics and more energy.
Yeah.
We just got to have the marketing and the ammo ready.
Less holdover.
Somebody put
It is good. It is better.
Yeah,
It
it's
outruns
definitely
a
better
crew
on the
jet.
wind than a 5.56. You could shoot 1,000 yards with it all
Real.
day. Yeah.
And that's, to me, that's just unbelievable nowadays. You couldn't do that 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah,
No way.
1,000 used to be a long shot back in the day.
Yeah, and now you got 22 size round.
Yeah. Now 1,000's the new 100.
Yeah. Now you're going 7,000, 7,500.
And my eyes are going now. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Karma,
Scope.
man.
That's why I shoot
Good
scopes
scopes.
mostly.
I tell you, I gotta go.
I can focus it to my eye.
I got some scope. I have to go to scopes. Okay, I can't see, man.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Man,
I just had the
That's too
with
bad.
the LASIK done.
Oh, you did have it done?
Had it done last year, so I had a cataract in this one
Yeah.
in my left eye, and it was like I was legally blind in it. It was like cellophane. It might as well just been. And I went and had that surgery done. I didn't know how blind I was. It was like a whole new world.
So it worked good, still working good?
Yeah, it's working great.
I just
Brad had
3. I got
2 years,
brand new
2.
eye lenses. They actually cut my eyes open, pull the lenses out, put them in. The Moran Eye Center in Utah. It's an awesome deal.
So it's like a new lease on life. Isn't
Oh
it?
man, it's
like a new
I had
eyeballs.
he had no idea what
Chris
he
is
was gonna
like, what?
I know.
Oh,
God,
no.
my,
He's like,
yeah,
what?
'cause
They can do it.
I'm getting farsight now. You guys can't
No,
see that
this-
front sight anymore.
Yeah,
on my
that
pistol
place is
'cause my-
phenomenal.
Seriously, they fix that? I'm there.
get.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Because
I'm there.
LASIKs won't fix.
No,
LASIK.
Short
Well,
vision.
LASIK. I had LASIK done 20 years ago, and but now
Helps.
Now the stigmatism's coming back.
The stigmatism.
So and it is. I can still see plenty. Get 20/20 down, but now getting older, I can't see close. And with pistols,
Oh, yeah, you
it's
gotta
hard to
see
grab
the
that.
front
I put an RMR in there, because
Oh, yeah.
I got to get that red dot. I hate that because I feel like I'm cheating. But that's all right. But again, if I would rather be able, because I'm tired of, if I don't have good light, it's even hard for me to read. This
Yeah,
I can't read.
this
it.
was
Right
really for
here.
distance. I don't care. I wear readers, but I can read all this now. Where that was just.
I'm doing
color.
it. What it cost?
I traded.
The
The barter
I-
system's always the best,
I
right?
I will pay
But I'll
for
get
my
you
eyes,
hooked up.
man.
I'll get
I
you hooked up.
appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I'm seriously like, holy crap, they have that? Yeah, I want.
Yeah, they just
definitely.
cut it. When they described it, the little girl described it. Goes, yeah, you just cut this thing, cut a little slit, and you pull the bag out, put this in. Oh, it's like a boob job for your eyes.
That's kind of what it is.
And she wasn't ready for that.
I think both mine were like less than $5,000.
That's man for your eyes.
Oh, that's worth it.
I spent
Yeah.
$4,000 for both. It was completely worth it, especially when I started deploying a lot.
Yeah.
You don't want to have glass, man. I don't want to find glass.
Gotta be able to see, man.
Stuff
Yeah.
to fog up and you can't
Yeah,
see.
exactly.
Got to be able to see. So, Charlie, the rifles, they can go to Charlie Mike Precision.
Yep, CharlieMikePrecision.com, and then we talk to Dustin and figure out what you want. We have you fill out a questionnaire depending on how far you want to shoot, how accurate you want to be, what you're doing with your gun, and then we go from
Do
there.
a
and
full-on
decide what you wanna
evaluation,
build.
yeah.
Yep. Then
Yeah.
we build
Needs
it how you
analysis.
like it.
That's fantastic. And that's customer service, bro. That's
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
it works. It's fun.
That's what I love. No, mass produce. You don't do that.
No, we'll never
No.
be a mass production place.
But that's why your quality is
Semi.
going to stay good. That's
yeah.
awesome. Man.
And then for the
Well
courses,
done.
they
Well
go
done.
to your website too to see
Yeah, you
sign
can
up for the courses.
Yeah, you can go to
You got a schedule?
You can go to the website. I don't schedule courses and try to fill them. What I do, when you're ready to take a course, you got the dates you want to take it, you call me and then leave a deposit. And then once I put your name on the date, that's yours. It's blacked out and you're good to go.
Very good. Chris, same thing with you?
Actually, we do battle line, but it's always a specific ranges, and we plan out for the year. I try to do one a month. That's about as much as I want to do anymore. I like to be home with the kids more now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we have specific ranges that we like. Tread proof. We have one in Ocala that we use down there. We use one out South Chicago in Crete and a lot of Chicago PD guys come through that. And
Nice.
so guys know now that we are an MTT team, but really we go specifically to ranges that treat us well and then we can do our stuff. And you just go on ChrisTanoParonto.net or search Battleline, battlelinetactical.net, and you'll see the courses. and they're all open. I mean, law enforcement do come in, and they could, but I was like, man, you know,
Civilians.
I would rather have it, be honest with you, open, because what I found, even if you're law enforcement, military, if somebody sponsors you to be at a course, you don't put the effort in. You really don't.
Right.
You're paying for the course, you put the
Got
effort.
some skin in the
you
game,
put
yeah.
the effort in, and civilians actually learn from y'all. I saw the civilians learn from your guys too,
That's
not
true,
just
yeah.
me. So and it's worked out wonders. So it's been fantastic. So I recommend it. I love training new people with guns. I love teaching it. You see the smiles on their faces.
Oh yeah.
It's wonderful than teaching that guy that thinks he knows everything. I'm like, man, you really don't.
And he's hard to teach.
And they are hard to teach. I'd
The one who knows everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teaching is the funnest. That's what I enjoyed the most.
It is.
In the military,
Just seeing
being
that-
an instructor, dude. When you see the light come on.
Yes, that light you see it and like, oh my God, and it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It is, and it's
does.
therapeutic. I always recommend a lot of veterans, if you're having issues, teach. You know,
Yeah.
just be careful. Watch what's going on. Watch who you're teaching. Have somebody out there with you watching your back. You got to nowadays, but
yeah.
you're gonna find a lot of joy in it, and it'll help you get through tough times. Help me get through a lot of tough times.
Oh yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Most definitely.
Yep.
So Brad, I think we
Yes.
rely on you. Got to put this next shoot together. All right, so we need to do it. We need to
Yeah,
make it
we
happen.
will. We're going to look at the almanac, make sure we can actually get the best we can.
Good weather.
hmm
Yeah.
Get that going. Then we'll be pretty solid.
Okay.
So,
What's the forecast?
into April, 1st of May.
Okay. I like
works,
that.
Usually works pretty good out there.
Okay, I like that.
Stay dry, shouldn't have too much wind.
Where's y'all's range at? If you don't mind me asking, where do you do it?
Well,
Where you at?
in Texas, we have a 2,000-yard range, and then we got pistol carbine ranges. We got
Is that?
a
Are you in
dog
San
range.
Antonio, Dallas, Austin? What area?
Yeah, we're we're in a little town called Normandy.
Okay.
We're 2 hours from Dallas, Houston, and Austin. About 35 minutes from Texas.
Oh wow!
The shooter's
Yeah,
triangle.
You're right there. Okay. No, I think you're in the shooter's triangle.
And then but we teach at ranches all over the U.S. and Brad's got a few ranges up there.
Good.
Well, we have
do
to set
work
our
at.
own. It's just West Desert.
Yeah, we just set
But
them
it's
up.
what's nice, it's just like moon dust.
Brad's in Utah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
just
Utah.
transplant.
Well, that's what I say. Are you?
I'm
Are you
from
down?
Texas.
Are you? But are you in
In
Dugway?
Utah.
Are you teaching around Dugway or somewhere?
Actually, the first time
That's
we
where we
shot,
did the first. That's where we did the 5.
we were
Dugway?
shooting the east gate of Dugway.
Oh my God!
Right at it.
No, I'm not going back there. Guys. No,
We're
I'm not
outside.
going to Proof Grand now.
now we're the other side of
It is
just
desolate.
south and east of that.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
I best weather. Hey, it's always enjoyable.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can-
Not bad.
You know, if you don't have to suck anymore, no, I don't want to suck.
No.
I know how to. I don't want to.
Yeah, July and August, definitely try to schedule courses out of Texas.
Out of
Up north, I try to go up north during July and August.
It's nice, 100. But you know what? No, I'd rather my feet and toes never hurt when it was 120 degrees. I can drink water.
Yeah.
I'd rather be hot than cold.
Yeah, I'll
man.
take the heat any
Yeah,
day.
any day.
That's why I live in Texas.
You know.
No snow.
Oh,
Or
no, I
cold.
gotta go back to
Cannot see
Omaha.
bullets and snow.
I gotta go back to -6.
Yeah, it's hard to track,
So you guys
yeah.
both suck. I hate both of
yeah,
you.
that's
I hate
horrible.
you.
Well, guys, I appreciate you taking the time to be on.
Thank you.
It's been a
Thank
pleasure
you.
just sitting here rapping with you guys.
It's always an honor, man. And I'm sorry for being late.
Oh, shit, no.
The platoon leader
No.
forgot his compass.
It
man.
happens.
I didn't have a point man direct
I mean,
me in.
it's just
My
like you
alarm
said,
didn't
man.
go
You
off.
can't you can't walk 5 feet without somebody walking into that you know, and you got to stop, you got to chat. You can't be rude.
It
You know,
is-
that's
you
part
know,
of it.
it
Yeah,
was.
just can't see mountains or sun in here.
And that's it. My direction. I have no orientation, man.
I mean-
but it's tough. Walking
Short
down.
guys like us too, you know. Charlie can
That's
just
what
kind of
you. That's why you. Yeah.
he can just do the 1,000-yard stare and just miss people left and right. You know,
And me, man, you stood. The only way I could see, you had to stand up on the
I
podium.
had to, yeah.
Rally point over. Like you had
I was
a
like,
Kim-
I'm doing the
a Kim-
helicopter
a
thing,
Kim
dude.
light, man. You know, hey, right here, man, right here. It was
Like,
awesome.
what? Party's over here.
That was sweet, brother. All right, Ben, thanks again, brother.
No, my pleasure. Anytime. You're always welcome on. When you come back to Tennessee, let me know, man.
We will.
Maybe we do like the little dual tandem thing at Royal Range with you guys. We'll get Art and
Yeah, we could do like a dual course.
that would
I think that'd
Dueling
be awesome.
banjos? What are you saying?
like,
Yeah,
dueling banjos.
Dueling banjos in Tennessee.
Dur, 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 dur.
Maybe some moonshine.
All right, guys, we're going to be back with more from the 2020 SHOT Show here from the Leadquarters at the Buck Knives booth.
And G Sling. I love it.
Do you remember your tagline for your glasses?
Yeah. The
On the
croquis-
commercial?
the
No,
croquis.
tell me. Yeah, what was the tag?
Oh, the tagline.
What was the tag?
I don't know. I was just
I
if
had
you
a
knew it,
tagline?
I was going to have you do it.
I don't remember the tag. I'll remember. We'll do it next time.
I don't know. What are they called again? The high.
HD Vision.
Say
HD
say
vision.
good. Say it.
HD Vision. You like that? Yeah.
See what else you.
There it is. Man, it's so good to meet you.
Usually ended up there.
but you started with an A, so that gets you at the top of the list when people are searching.
It does, in fact.
For stuff. So, all right, guys, we are back at the 2020 SHOT Show, kicking it from the official Leadquarters here at Buck Knives booth. And joining me now, I've got John McGuire, and you didn't tell me your name.
Valerie.
And Valerie. Are you Valerie McGuire?
Yes.
Okay, John and Valerie McGuire, and they are with Advanced Shooting Analytics, ASA.
That's right.
And you were telling me there that you were trying to go for the longest name possible for the domains, and
yeah, we wanted to make sure only people with really good typing skills could find us, and so we threw in a bunch of words.
I mean that kind of narrows down your clientele, so you're getting the smart people that buy your products.
And that's the thing we're going for.
Well, let's do that. Let's talk about what you're bringing to the shooting industry here, the firearms industry.
Yeah, so we displayed at Industry Day at the range, and then at Pop-Up Preview yesterday, a new rifle chassis that we think is gonna disrupt the industry.
It will disrupt
pretty effectively.
Disruption, we like that here.
Yeah,
in our industry. So I got a chance Monday at Range Day to come by and look at it. Got a chance to look at it, but there was such a line there, I didn't get an opportunity to actually try it out and shoot it. But it looked pretty innovative. Looks like you're going to be definitely ruffling some feathers here. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, there's two aspects that I think are kind of worth mentioning. One is the ergonomic package. We basically, I gave my designer a crazy set of requirements of features that I wanted this thing to have and a weight limit that I wanted to put on it to keep it in that 5 to 6 pound range. And he did a good job, and so I think we have a pretty good offering for somebody who wants a lot of adjustability. We incorporated features like a adjustable bag rider and a spring-loaded length of pull system where you can get the perfect fit just with one button.
And I guess we should back up a little bit. So this is the chassis system 4.
Well, that's kind of something we're trying to figure out. It was originally set up for the PRS crowd, but the second aspect I want to talk about is the technology involved in this.
Okay.
As we get into that, you'll see that the target audience may have started to shift a little bit.
Okay. Which is always good, because capture more than one.
That's right.
One audience. Hell yeah.
And honestly, that diversification of the customer has kind of been driven by the customer. We've had people from a few different disciplines, mainly the ELR guys, who have come by and said, no, this isn't a PRS chassis, this is something we need for our specific discipline. So the problem we identified was that you can go out and get receivers either from a big box store or from some custom company, but all of those receivers are going to be stainless steel. And more specifically, they end up being a very narrow set of stainless steels. There's probably 2 or 3 alloys that the big guys are using, but as temperatures rise or fall, stainless steel expands and contracts with temperature. And the set of alloys they're using has a sort of unusual expansion range. It's around 10.5 parts per million or so.
Right.
The problem, though, is that all the chassis manufacturers are building their chassis out of aluminum, and the aluminum expands about 3 times faster than the stainless steel. So for every temperature change, that chassis is going to deform the receiver and result in a point of impact shift. We found on average that on a 100-degree day for a rifle that was sighted in at room temperature, you're going to have about a 1.5 MOA shift in your point of impact. And what we wanted to do was eliminate that and come up with a rifle chassis that no matter what temperature you shot it at, you would always have the bullet strike the same location on the target.
Very good. So you've got some technology here in front of me. It looks like you've got some drawings.
Well,
some,
we
some
utilize
CAD drawings. Or
Well, we utilize some finite element analysis software. I came from being a NASA consultant where this was the sort of work I did for them. They were interested in what happens when you attach different metals to each other, and then you expose them to different temperature ranges.
Right.
And really what you need to focus on is you have a receiver that you're trying to keep as straight as possible. And you don't want any of your add-on components or hardware to do anything to deform that receiver. And when you have a chassis that expands at a rate that's faster than that receiver, it actually goes and warps it. And a lot of that has to do with the Remington 700 footprint in that really small tang at the back. There's stretch that occurs there. So if you again have a rifle sighted in at room temperature, 70 degrees, and then you take it out to a field and you're shooting now a competition at 100 degrees, you're going to have a 1.5 minute of angle change in your point of impact. You stretch that out to 1,000 yards. Now you're 15 inches.
It gets bigger
it
as
gets
further
bigger.
you go out. Yeah.
Additionally, the folks are putting aluminum scope mounts on top of these receivers.
Right.
And now you have the same problem at the top of your receiver. You have an aluminum piece of metal that's expanding at a much faster rate than what it's attached to. And as that occurs, you end up warping your optical tube. And people, I think, have a perception that these receivers are so strong that there's no possible way you can bend them with a chassis or the scope mount, but it's just not the case.
Right.
So, our main innovation was simple. We replaced the contact point for the receiver to the chassis with a stainless steel interface. And that way
makes sense, right?
We've exactly matched the thermal properties of that chassis to the receiver, and the two now expand and contract in unison. When I show you the results of the same finite element analysis using the CTX technology, we call it coordinated thermal expansion. Okay. There's no deflection associated with either.
Is that receiver. A trademark thing?
It is, yeah. CTX technology. We were getting ready for the show and we started putting together our brochures, and I realized we haven't claimed this title at all, and I had a panic call to my lawyer. I said, "You got to grab me CTX.
You got to book this now. I'm on the plane.
I'm getting ready to
show this to thousands of people. I don't know anybody scooching
the
it from me.
13-hour drive, and I really don't want this being picked up by somebody else as soon as we get there.
Right. Well, very good. So, where can people go and check these out at your website?
Yeah. So the website is www.advancedshootinganalytics.com.
Okay. And are you selling them there?
Well, right now we have our promo video that shows the nature of this technology and exactly how it works, along with the specific features of our chassis. And then we intend to launch the pre-order for the short action and the long action version for the Remington 700 chassis within the next week or two. And then we expect to be shipping chassis in Q2 of 2020.
Very good. Now, what kind of reactions were you getting from the shooters during the range on Monday?
The shooters really enjoyed the weapon system. I think a lot of that had to do with how much adjustability we had built into the platform. We had consulted with a number of military snipers, and then also at the other end of the spectrum, we brought my wife into the picture, who has a little bit of shooting experience, but is a smaller framed woman, and we wanted to make sure that she was comfortable shooting the rifle as well. In terms of explaining to shooters a little bit about the problem and the solution we brought, the overwhelming response was this kind of look of shock that came over their face, where they couldn't believe that there's this huge thermal sensitivity associated with the rifles that that everybody's using, and this is everybody from the competition guys to those guys who are trying to do king of 2 miles.
Right.
But they haven't observed this phenomenon where when you match an aluminum chassis to a stainless steel receiver over temperature, you will get a deformation.
I think it was exciting to spend some time thinking about the difference between accuracy and precision. So you can get really small groupings, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're at the center of the target. And so this is one of the first products that we were coming out with to talk about how you can specifically focus on accuracy as a separate item than precision. And I think the shooters were excited to hear about that on Monday.
Yeah, no, thanks, Valerie. That's a good point to bring up. You talk to folks about, what kind of performance they get out of their rifle, and a lot of guys will brag about doing extensive load development and getting quarter MOA or eighth MOA, but what they're really describing is not accuracy. They are describing precision, and that's great. But I think that problem has been largely solved. Barrel technology is really good right now, and the receivers are mated well to them, and it's not that difficult to get a quarter MOA gun.
So also joining us, we have our good buddy Andre DeLu in the house. Andre?
Great to be here.
Yeah, it's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, it's good to be seen.
So you're kind of catching in on the tail end of this conversation, but I know that you will probably have some good input here. So what ASA is bringing to the table is he has developed a new chassis system. Using, and I'll let John go through and tell you just real high level, go over what we just talked about.
Yeah, you have a stainless steel receiver, and stainless steel, especially the particular alloys that the receivers are being made of, it expands and contracts at a pretty narrow range. It's about 10 parts per million. And so when it gets hot, the receiver gets larger, and when it gets cold, that receiver starts to shrink. But every chassis that's out on the market, except for ours now, is made of aluminum. And aluminum has about 3 times the expansion rate of that stainless steel. And so if you assemble that gun and sight it in at room temperature on a gun range, but then...
So basically, he's developed this chassis so you're not getting the differential in the metals, so you get the skewed, it's going to bend, so right. You're going to be off sighting it in at different sights. So he's very experienced in the firearms industry and different guns and different platforms. So I just wanted to get his input on what you guys are bringing to the market here.
Well, it sounds like the metallurgy is very important. That's one thing a lot of people don't even look at, is how the metallurgy is crucial to make sure that you have consistent shooting. They talk about a cold bore, but hardly anybody talks about a cold stock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think what you got there is the same thing as essentially bedding a wood stock. You have it to where you have it's consistent, to where each time you shoot, you have the same point of impact.
That's exactly correct, and I would add one little bit of clarification. You talk about bedding a wood stock, or
right.
even a fiberglass or a carbon fiber stock, and a lot of people think that because that fiberglass or that carbon has such a low thermal expansion rate that you do maintain a consistent point of impact. But in actuality, all you've done is inverted the problem, because now you have a chassis or a stock system that is not going to expand or contract with temperature, and you're locking it into a receiver that will expand and contract with temperature. And if you select your epoxy correctly, and you pay a lot of attention to how you set up your twin pillar system and how much clearance you have, you can mitigate this problem to some extent, but you really can't solve it until you exactly match the metallurgical properties of the receiver with the chassis with the scope mounts, so that they act as one system in unison.
Right. And so what's this chassis for? Basically a Remington system?
It's set up right now as a Remington short action or a long action, and all the clones, but that's just because we're a new company and we haven't had time yet to tweak the interface to work with the Tikas and the Savages and basically everything else that people are running. and that's all. That's all just simple geometry modifications. It's no change to the technology whatsoever.
Right now, you got lightning holes and to make it as light as possible.
We've strategically lightweighted the chassis, and only the midsection, the part that directly interfaces to the receiver, is made of the stainless steel. The fore end of the rifle and the buttstock are made of aluminum. But what we've done is we've incorporated expansion joints into those interfaces. So now, we can save the money by speeding up the machines of cutting the metal and using aluminum and just a cheaper alloy. But those parts can't impart any deflection onto the receiver because of that expansion joint.
So you basically got the stainless steel, the parts that see the heat.
Yeah, but it's important to then point out the difference between ambient heat versus heat that you get from shooting a rifle or a high power rifle repeatedly. When you're just shooting repetitively, that heat tends to stay in the throat and in the barrel and maybe a little bit in the receiver, but the thermal conductivity is not great. Mm-hmm. So really what we're trying to solve is that problem of changing ambient environments. And as we've started to talk to DARPA a little bit about this technology, the interest is for guys who are doing halo jumps, and they're jumping out of planes at negative 30, and their rifle.
That makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. That's the.
I can see that. Point. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a sudden shock, and that's one thing that I've seen for many years with metals. That metals do pretty good if they have a chance to heat up or cool down over time. Yeah. But you have a sudden shock that's. You're looking for some warping and some changes in some geometry. So, that makes sense.
Yeah, at negative 30, that rifle is going to have a completely different impact than at room temperature. And then these guys are expected to hit the ground and fight the next afternoon when it's 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Or if they have a black rifle in the sunlight, it gets hotter than 120.
Now, are you looking at doing other systems, the semi-autos? Are you looking to do that?
The technology is fully applicable to semi-auto gas guns and
metal's metal, and change the metal. Then you're fixing
that's all it is. It's the intentional matching of the thermal expansion of all the components that can have an effect on accuracy.
We love innovation here, and it sounds like that you guys are definitely put some deep thought into this, and you're going to be taking it to the next level. Looks like so. We want to get some people behind you. So the Leadheads are going to go to advancedshootinganalytics.com. The videos there that you said that shows.
We have about a minute and a half long video.
Okay, and when the product's available, that's where they're going to be able to go and check out pre-orders or anything like that you're going to be doing right now, or.
Yep, pre-orders should start within a week or two, and we will be shipping full chassis in Q2 of this year.
All right, are you on Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah, we got a mention from 511 Tactical the other day, and my Instagram went from 3 followers to now we have a few hundred.
Oh, awesome.
And I wasn't ready for that at all, and Val and I were heading out to dinner, and now I'm scrambling to upload pictures and stuff to
So what is that, at?
It's Advanced Shooting Analytics.
Advanced Shooting Analytics. So go check them out, Leadheads. Let them know that you are a Leadhead. Let's get those numbers up to at least 5 more. I mean,
a few
all
more.
5 of our listeners, are going to go and subscribe
I would
now.
sure appreciate it.
All right. John, thank you so much for coming by. As you progress with this, get in touch with us, and we'll make sure that we update the Leadheads on all the new products that are going to be coming from you guys. Sounds like you're going to be onto a lot more than just these chassis, I think.
We got a pipeline of products that are coming out. The focus is
You're
innovation.
a thinker, I can tell. You're a thinker, you're an innovator, so we like that.
It's what happens when rocket scientists decide to think about firearms.
We welcome them into this industry, so.
No, we're a tiny company. We're a few guys, and I just want to personally thank you for giving us a little bit of time to get our message out.
Absolutely. And we're going to give you more time. We'll get together in the future, and we'll get you on one of our regular shows.
No, that'd be great.
Yep. Guys, we got more coming from the 2020 SHOT Show here from the official Leadquarters of Buck Knives. If I need to turn it down, let me know. I got controls over here.
No, I think it's perfect.
No, I can't hear for shit generally anyway, so.
Well, and it's kind of nice to not
kind of
have to
find that in this
scream.
industry.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Right.
That's why we're trying to fix that.
Get a shot of this.
It's a beautiful thing.
Cans are beautiful.
They are. It's magical.
All right, lead heads. We are at the 2020 SHOT Show here in Las Vegas at the official Leadquarters of Buck Knives, hosting the Leadquarters again this year. So big thanks to Buck Knives for making this happen. The official footwear of Talking Lead this show, Adam, is Twisted X. Check out my boots, baby.
Ooh, those are Twisted X.
Twisted X.
I saw Bill had a pair on last night.
Yeah.
The comfort model.
That's right, and they are comfort. They are nothing but comfort.
Those look good.
Got these straight out of the box, threw them on this morning, and man, my feet feel great.
You don't even have to worry about breaking them in.
Hell no.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, they're nice. They're good to go.
So you got a pair of shit kickers for me under the table? What's
Well, it's got to go with my cowboy shirt.
I like it.
Do you like that?
I like it.
I went a little Western today, a little rockabilly Western.
There
I
you
guess,
go.
Is what you say.
So
I'm sure you
anybody
guys
that can pull it off, it's you, brother.
Yeah, you leadheads, as you're listening to this, you probably see my post. You've seen the shirt, so comment as you will.
You just opened yourself up.
The voice that you hear is no stranger to the show. We got our good buddy Adam Garrison joining us.
Howdy.
And if you guys haven't heard, I don't know, did we make the announcement of your new line of work here that you're doing? Let's just do it in case we didn't.
Not for the leadheads, no.
So Adam is now with SilencerCo.
Yes, sir.
Dun, dun. You may remember him from another company, which will remain nameless at this point.
So we are now doing, Fed Mill side for SilencerCo, Federal Military Sales Manager.
Congratulations on the new position, brother.
Since mid-March, so
he's crushing it.
So far, so good. Got a great team behind us, and especially this guy right here, Dewey. He's the man making things happen.
Which you are going to introduce now.
Absolutely.
So Adam has brought a guest along with him, and Adam, introduce your guest.
So this is this is Dewey. He has many titles.
I've had a few titles over the years, that's for sure.
And especially for everybody on the sales team, he's basically our anchor, back there just outside of Salt Lake, who keeps us running in the field, man.
Nice.
Anything we need, he's the first guy we call that makes things happen. And
give me too much credit.
He's also very active.
If you need it done, Dewey can do it.
Absolutely.
Right?
And as far as an encyclopedia of all things SilencerCo, he is definitely the man.
You knows it, huh? You knows it all.
Just a few years under my belt there, that's all.
Very cool. Very cool. So you have brought some props for us. I love props.
Yep.
And talk about what I'm holding right here in my hand from SilencerCo.
What you have in your hand is the latest, greatest magic coming out of our R&D department. So that is called the Omega 36M.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
That guy right there has the ability to take care of pretty much every one of the most commonly used calibers on the marketplace for all the shooters out there. So we're talking 9mm all the way up to 338 Lapua.
From this one can.
That one can.
Very nice.
It is modular. It's extremely light.
It's light. It's slim.
And you can make it even shorter. So as you look at it right there, and all you guys back home probably obviously can't see this right now, but
walk us through it though.
Yeah, I'll walk you through it. You're looking at a can that essentially has a titanium outer tube, your stellite blast baffle, Inconel core, your front module there, which is being removed right now. That's made out of heat-treated 17-4 stainless steel. It's got a 360 bore. Right there as you remove that, you're looking at a can that's under 7 inches in overall length. Now you can shorten it down to about 4.7 inches, which is the shorter side there.
Okay.
Total weight without a mount, about 16 ounces. So it's pretty light. And then when you go
to be a multi-caliber, no doubt.
Sure is. And you go even shorter than that, and you're looking at roughly 10 ounces overall. And that's still rated for 338 even in the short.
Even in the short?
Yes, sir.
That's amazing.
Yep. So what's really cool about that is, for years we had a lot of guys that are running our Omega 9K.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 4-inch can, rated for 9mm, 300 blackout, and they all wanted to be able to run 5.56 through it. Well, it wasn't rated for 5.56, so we kind of couldn't take care of them there.
Yeah.
And we have the Saker family, and we've got a Saker 5.56K. That guy is rated for 5.56. Super short. It's a little bit on the heavier side, full auto rated and everything. Couldn't address any other calibers there. So what we really wanted to do is we wanted to make sure we took care of both those guys and took care of the guys who were looking at our hybrid, which is a can that's rated for anything up to a 45, 70, 458 SOCOM, including all your Magnum calibers, and cut that down to size, address all those calibers too, and roll them up into one little package here, and this is what we got. So,
and say the name of this new offering again.
The Omega 36M.
Omega 36M multi-cal from SilencerCo, and it's module. So,
it is. Yep.
And I'm assuming that the pistols, rifles, as long as you got the adapter, you throw it on.
Sure can. So that's got compatibility with all of our accessories, whether you're talking about a QD mount, direct thread mount. We designed a piston housing for it so you can run a piston.
Oh, sweet.
A 3-lug mount as well. So if you own, you're one of those lucky guys that owns like a MP5 clone, or even the new SP5.
The new civilian model they got that's coming out.
Pretty neat gun. The fit and finish on that gun is pretty sweet, actually.
Oh, yeah, I got to shoot it the other day.
Oh, yeah, she's a beauty.
She's nice.
That's compatible with a 3-lug mount that you can run on that gun as well.
Okay,
so,
very cool.
You got all your mounting options.
And, of course, you're going to go to your local dealer to pick one of these up. If they don't have it, just
yes, sir.
Order it.
Yep.
And they'll get it in.
It's shipping right now. It's been shipping since December.
MSRP?
$1187.
$1187.
Yep.
Very good. Very good. So what else with SilencerCo? You guys got some more stuff in the hopper?
Yeah, we got a few more things that we introduced.
Yeah.
I mean, so we reintroduced the Octane line again this year.
Okay.
So a lot of the guys out there probably remember we did a summer promo a few years ago, and it brought us to the point where we realized, hey, there's still a lot of folks that like that Octane line. So we brought it back. We
Gave it a facelift.
Did some improvements to it?
Oh, yeah. So we changed it up a little bit. It looks a little bit different, but it's got the compatibility with, all of our centerfire pistol cans still. I mean, still runs the same pistons, 3-lug mounts, direct thread mounts, all that. And it's serviceable. So guys who want to run rimfire, they can still run that. And at the same time, we brought back the Warlock. Low cost.
Warlock, okay.
The Warlock, 22 long rifle can only, MSRP $199.
$199.
Yep.
Not bad at all.
And last but not least, the Salvo. So a lot of you guys are familiar with the Salvo. It's our 12-gauge suppressor. Everybody knows it's pretty big. It's a full
little
12.
chunky. Little chunky. Little chunky monkey.
She's a big girl.
Yeah, she's a fat bottom girl for sure. She's about 12 inches long and 34.5 ounces total weight. So we came to the realization a lot of folks would take that can and they just shorten it. They'd run it down to 8 inches and just leave it at that. So we're like, okay, let's shave off 4 inches. Let's shave off about 8 ounces total weight and drop the price on it.
Get this girl on the treadmill.
That's right, exactly. Yeah, we got the
little paleo diet.
Keto.
Exactly, keto. Yeah. So we got that out this year too.
So what's the new measurements on it?
8 inches,
8-inch
and you're shaving off about 8 ounces in total overall weight too.
So you're taking, a full, a half pound off of her, which
still
is not
performing same.
Still hearing safe. Yep.
Okay. Very good.
Yep.
What's the MSRP on that one?
That guy's coming in at $899.
$899.
Yep.
And what's the adaptability to the different 12-gauge platforms?
Same thing. It'll run the same choke adapters, so you can run anything.
Remington.
Oh yeah. KSG, Sega's.
We've got adapters. Yeah, the KSG particularly, that gun in particular, for the guys that are running the mini shells from Aguila and Federal and everything, it just, it's a bullpup, so everybody that's run, full bore double-aught buck through a bullpup shotgun, it gets not fun pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Those mini shells are a really great compromise where you're still, you can run half-ounce slugs.
Right.
You can run, the mini buck through it. And with the salvo on that thing, it just sounds fantastic.
Sweet.
Now,
have you guys run it on any of the AK 12 gauge?
Oh yeah.
Like the Comrade or any of those?
Oh yeah.
Running good on that?
I think is it Kalishnikov USA that's got a new
Comrade
one this year? Yeah, that Comrade, that looks pretty sweet. IWI's got something new this year too.
That's right. Yeah, they do. I heard about that. They got like a new semi, right?
Yes, and it's a bullpup design, and actually what's cool about it is it runs standard, I think, Benelli chokes. So
I think so, yeah.
you've already, not everybody can afford a Benelli because, those They're nice shotguns.
They're nice
for real.
shotguns.
Yeah, you're getting up into
But you pay
the
for it.
the Ferrari of shotguns
Absolutely.
when you get up in the Benellis. But
Yep.
Guys
I mean,
that are
there's
serious
some other
wing
good
shooters.
affordable ones out there too.
Oh, sure.
I've been
sure.
running one from Gerson, their Gobbler.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Turkish shotguns. I mean, there's some really nice, shotguns coming out of Turkey.
For the
Yeah.
money, they're
with
kind of
Gerson.
hard to beat.
For the money, I would put that up against the Benelli,
Yep.
any day. The one I've been shooting here lately.
I believe
The
it.
Gobbler.
For like what, a quarter of the price?
I mean, they're like $300
I was
or
going to
something.
say,
or-
what are they? Yeah, 400.
You can pay 10 times that and get a Benelli if you want to. And,
Yep.
but Benellis are good. And you get your money worth out of them. So I'm not knocking Benelli at all.
Yeah.
If you got the coin for that, have at it.
Hey, different price points and different strokes for different folks, I
it's
guess.
It's good to have options.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and SilencerCo, speaking of options, you guys have some great options. So, if you're in the market for a can, make sure you go check out SilencerCo. They've got these guys here representing the military law enforcement side of things, but they also have the civilian side of things as well.
Yep.
Absolutely. And and even though it's been a little while, since we released it, for all the rimfire guys out there, our 22 switchback, quietest rimfire can out there. And I mean, we're getting, on a 16-inch, your 1022s and everything, 108 dBs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the rifle optimized configuration. That is just such a flexible little key. You can run it in like a pillbox configuration on a long rifle, and run it in the medium or full length configuration on your on your Mark IVs. It's
all standard velocity stuff too. So
yeah,
CCI pretty easy to come by.
Yeah. So you guys have been here for a couple of days already.
Yes.
Had time to get acclimated a little bit. Have you had a chance to walk around the show yet?
Yeah, this was our
just finding our way here.
First one,
first loop.
I will say this. So
I was going to say, have you seen anything interesting yet?
Not yet.
I'll tell you what. So I was at Industry Day yesterday.
Okay.
And the most interesting thing that I saw out on that range, nobody saw this coming, was from Diamondback.
Diamondback.
Really?
Uh-oh, I missed them. What happened?
Diamondback has got a little PCC chambered in 5.7.
Okay.
And this gun, this is a sweet little gun. I'll
So
tell you that.
what magazines?
They're compatible with the FN Mags, but
With the
they're
FNs?
actually going to come out with their second iteration. I don't know when they're going to release that this year. The second iteration is going to be compatible with the new Ruger Mags too.
That will be nice.
That's
So,
kind of cool.
I don't know what is going on in this industry all of a sudden, but it seems like the sexy caliber this year is 5.7.
Okay.
Everybody's talking about 5.7. A lot of it has to do with that Ruger gun that just came out. But
now, wasn't it FN that made the 5.7 kind of hip again, or it really brought it to market?
Well, they were the only ones that had anything that was really compatible.
Yeah.
I mean, their FN 5.7 pistol was the name of the game, and now Ruger is giving them a run for their money. And I'm pretty sure MSRP on that gun is like $600.
Okay.
So
compared to what's MSRP on the FN 5.7 is what, like 11-12?
It's a $1,200.
Like a $1,200, yeah, somewhere around there.
I'm not knocking the FN.
No, it's a great gun.
handgun at all. It's definitely a great gun.
Sure.
But there's another.
Everybody needs a
option
little
out there.
competition. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, it breeds innovation.
Hell yeah,
You
that's
know?
right.
So
that's right.
That's the way to go. But yeah, that Diamondback PCC, I'll tell you what, you fold that sucker down and you could fit that in a day pack if you wanted to. It didn't weigh even 3 pounds. I picked that up and my mind was blown, honestly.
Now, as far as your cans go,
Sure.
which can would you run on something like that?
You got a lot of different options.
Lots
It all
of
depends
options.
on your budget and what your desire is for overall length, weight, and other capabilities on top of that. Because
Yeah.
all of our rimfire offerings you can run.
Absolutely. The
5.7 through.
switchback is an awesome choice for anybody looking to suppress 5.7.
Yep.
Okay, the switchback. There you go.
But you could take anything that's 5.56 rated.
Yep.
Too. So the Seiko family, I mean, you could even run this guy, the Omega 36M.
Okay.
So
Very
honestly,
nice.
that's probably what I do. I just shorten it down.
Shorten it down
Yeah.
and throw that on there?
Yeah, because that caliber, I mean, it's a supersonic. I mean, it's a hot round, right?
Yeah.
It's fast. It's not gonna sound super quiet, regardless of what can you run with it. It's
gonna have a
unless
pop.
it's an overboard and it's got a little bit more volume to it. So you could still run the rimfire stuff, but it's still not going to be the most comfortable caliber to suppress. But you run a larger overboard, can, you're good to go.
Yeah. Very nice. Well, guys, I appreciate you coming by.
Appreciate you having us,
taking the
brother.
time to educate the lead heads with what's new and exciting with SilencerCo.
Anytime.
Appreciate you having us.
Give your social meds one time. Throw it out there.
So we're on Instagram at SilencerCo.
Yep.
Facebook.
SilencerCo.
Yep.
At all the normal places. Or I'm assuming we're on Twitter, right?
You know what?
I don't even do
I don't
Twitter
use
anymore.
Twitter either. Yeah, it's a waste of time to me. But
Instagram was great in that you make a post there and it automatically goes to Facebook and to Twitter. So
Yeah,
that's true.
don't have to worry about Twitter, even though we got those accounts.
That's
Hopefully,
right.
social media stays with the industry for a little while.
And SilencerCo.com has got all the information you need. If you're here at SHOT Show this year, come by the booth. We're just across the hall in the law enforcement hall.
We're in
and
2205.
2205. Very
And
cool.
Pick up one of our new catalogs. This is really great. They've really streamlined the catalog now to where it's got all the information that everybody typically is looking for on spec, barrel length, all that. Without a lot of the fluff.
Right.
And
Well, I mean, the
exactly
thing that
what
we're doing
everybody's
a
been
little bit
asking for.
different this year is we're going back to our roots. This year is the year where we're going back to innovation. We're giving customers what it is that we know that they need instead of stuff that we think is cool that you could consider innovative, but maybe not really creating any demand. So we're going right back to where it was when I first got hired years ago. So I'm super excited about that. We want to bring some creativity back to this industry. Not do any cookie cutter stuff, but give shooters,
Bringing
real
the
shooters,
innovation in.
what it is that they need. Whether you're long range, a long range precision guy, a shotgunner, pistol shooter. I mean, we want to be able to take care of all the guys out there. So
Very cool. Very cool. Guys, check them out, SilencerCo. And I'm sure we'll have Adam on again in the near future.
Because he's so hot.
He's hot.
And we got to talk more about Virginia, brother. It was a big day.
Well,
big
that's
day
the
yesterday.
thing. Yeah, and we got to talk Virginia too. So, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
That goes without saying. So
we'll do it again.
We're going to be
soon.
back with more from the 2020 SHOT Show here from the official Leadquarters of Buck Knives and the official footwear Twisted X. All right, lead heads, that does it for another episode of the Talking Lead podcast. Hope you enjoyed that lineup that we had from the 2020 SHOT Show, bringing it to you from the Buck Knives booth, the official Leadquarters of Talking Lead. Also bringing you interviews from the 2020 SHOT Show, we had Twisted X. They were sponsoring us as the official footwear. If you guys haven't checked out Twisted X boots yet, make sure you go check them out on their website, their Instagram, their Facebook, and let them know how much the Leadhead Brigade appreciates their support. Also do the same with Buck Knives. And our other sponsors, Keltec, KeltecWeapons.com. I mentioned a few episodes earlier that we are going to be giving away that CP33. Mission First Tactical is going to be doing a very nice design on that, and they're making a custom holster for that. And Buck Knives is going to join in with a very cool knife that they're going to throw in. And Smith & Bradley Watches is going to throw in one of their awesome watches for that big giveaway. So that's coming up sometime in March. So be listening for that. We'll be dropping announcements on Instagram, Facebook. We'll be letting everyone know when that's going to drop so everybody have an opportunity to take part in that giveaway. So go show Keltec some love. Go show Mission First Tactical some love on their Facebook, their Instagram. Let them know that the Leadhead Brigade is behind them and that you appreciate everything that they are doing to make this show possible for you leadheads. Modern Spartan Systems. Don't just clean your firearms, optimize them with Modern Spartan Systems line of cleaners. They've got lubes, they've got oil, they've got greases. They even have some crystal clear for your optics. So if you got the binoculars, you got scopes, you got, even your sunglasses and your reading glasses, this stuff works really good on that. It's called crystal clear. And then the awesome TVT engine oil additive that we use here at the Leadquarters. We put it in all of our vehicles here. The old lead sled has been running great since I got her back from the grease monkey. They fixed it up, got her running again, and that TVT engine oil additive is still running great in that. And anything pretty much that has an engine, you can put that TVT engine oil additive in there, and it's going to run great. It's going to make it run smoother, and you're going to get better performance out of it. Check them out, modernspartansystems.com. Fiocchi Ammo, one of our newest sponsors. Really go and show those guys some love. They make some great ammo. They've got some of that frangible ammo out now So if you're out shooting at steel targets, you're doing competition shooting with that, the frangible ammo is really good. So you guys go check out their new line of frangible ammo over at Fiocchi Ammo. Check them out on their Instagram, their Facebook, and, of course, their website. And then you're going to get their ammo at pretty much any of your local retail stores. And they make great shotgun ammo, too. And then make sure you go back to last episode. We had the AK Corner, episode 5. It was our special SHOT Show edition of the AK Corner, brought to you by Century Arms. We had Jim Fuller on that episode. We had M13 Industries. We had our good buddy Brian from Occam Defense Solutions, who is also a sponsor of the AK Corner, Talking Lead AK Corner Season 2. So go and show those guys some love. Canic Firearms, Red Army Standard, U.S. Palm, all bringing you the Season 2 of the Talking Lead AK Corner. And I know we didn't give anything away the last AK Corner, but we're going to double up on episode 6. So we're going to have 2 giveaways during that episode. So make sure that you guys are participating, liking our posts, sharing our posts, going and supporting our sponsors. That all ties into how we give away our awesome prizes here on the Talking Lead podcast and, of course, the AK Corner. So the more participation and love that I see from you lead heads, that's how we go and we determine our winners. So let me see that participation. And then we've got the NRA coming up in April. It's going to be here in our backyard in Nashville, Tennessee. So I hope to see you lead heads coming to that. We're going to be making the announcement of where the Leadquarters will be officially coming up in the next couple of episodes. So make sure you're listening to that. You want to come by and check us out at the Leadquarters during NRA here in Nashville. I'm sure we'll have some cool giveaways and prizes during that event too. So we're going to keep cranking out these episodes from SHOT Show. Next episode, we're going to have another lineup of great interviews that we picked up from the 2020 SHOT Show from the Buck Knives booth. And you guys don't want to miss that. But until then, send me your suggestions for jack wagons, for Leadhead Brigade Heroes. Send those to talkinglead@gmail.com and put in the subject jack wagon train nominees, Leadhead Brigade Hero nominees, whatever that is. That way it's easier for me to find. And then we will get caught up on those in the next couple episodes coming up. So until then, Leadheads, I look forward to your emails. Look forward to seeing your comments and your participation on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, even on Twitter. Even though I don't use Twitter that much, from time to time I do go and check it. And I really appreciate you Leadheads that are on there and are liking and sharing and commenting on Twitter too. So thank you for that. And then, of course, if you've got suggestions for guests or topics that you would like us to talk about on the show, those are always welcome. Just email it to me, talkinglead@gmail.com. That's the best way if you guys want to get in touch with me. If you got something to say, you got feedback, is through email. I do check the comments on our social media pages, but as far as if it's important and you really want me to see it and take note, send me an email. Love getting emails from you Leadheads. So until the next episode, Leadheads, as always, keep your loved ones close and keep those firearms closer.